2.5, Graphing Linear Inequalities. Graph the linear inequality x plus y is less than or equal to 7. In the past, you have only been graphing equations like x plus y equals 7. You may want to go back and review that if it's been a while since you've done it, because that needs to be done before we proceed to do inequalities. Okay, the first thing I would do is get this in the form that we usually graph equations, which would be like y equals mx plus b. So first of all, I'm going to ignore the less than part, and I'm going to have to come back to that. And I'm going to look at x plus y equals 7. That's the line itself, and work with this. So I'm going to subtract the x to the other side. I'll get a negative x plus 7. So the line itself is y equals negative x plus 7. You can graph that by using the information on a slope-intercept or plotting a couple of points. I think I'm going to plot a couple of points. I'm going to put in 0 for x, and 0 plus 7 will give me the y that corresponds as 7. And then I think I will do maybe a 7 for x, because I can tell that's going to be lovely. Negative 7, put the 7 in there. I'll have negative 7 plus 7, which will give me 0. So this graph goes through 0, 7, right there. That's 0, 7, and 7, 0. And you could put another point on there to make sure if you wanted, but I think we've got it. I know we've got it. So let's go ahead and draw this line. That's the equal to part of the inequality that we're graphing. Now, let's deal with the less than part. We need to now think about where is y. So we go back up here, instead of just equal, we're going to say where is y less than negative x plus 7. Well, if you look at this, where would the y values be less than that line? Below it, obviously, right? So you wouldn't put things above that would have higher y's. So we're wanting to shade this entire region, and everything below would have a y value less than that line. Okay? But let's go ahead and do what's called a test point and make sure that it works. One region that we say works, one point in this region, is 0. So I'm going to use the test point 0, 0. And to test this, I'm going to take my original equation, x plus y is less than or equal to 7, and put in my test point. That means x is 0 and y is 0. You have to pick a point in the region that you're thinking is the solution, right? So we put a 0 plus a 0. This is a nice one, it's easy. And 0 is less than or equal to 7. This is true. So it is true that the point 0, 0 is a solution to this. Anything is a solution if it is equal to the line or below the line. So that is graphing a linear inequality.